Hello guys, welcome to another week of the Lovin Abu Dhabi Show. I'm Abby.
I'm Lena.
And we've got some cool stories for you today. We're going to give you a bit of a roundup of some things that happen in Abu Dhabi, some things you need to look out for, and some general news really of all the good stuff that's been going on. Do you want to kick off?
Absolutely. So, Abu Dhabi crowned as the best city in the world for internet speed.
Which is why we can come to you live every Wednesday, because we've got good internet.
The UAE dropped its 53rd humanitarian aid shipment to Gaza via an airdrop.
We'll also be talking about Backstreet Boys because they performed last night. They came back to Abu Dhabi. Lena was lucky enough to go down. And we'll also be talking about the UFC fight night, which is happening this weekend. A few of the FC fighters have been seen exploring and enjoying Abu Dhabi. So we're going to give you a bit of a rundown of what's been happening with them, where they've been and what to look out for.
So let's start with Abu Dhabi crowned as the best city in the world for internet speed. Kearney's Global Cities Index named Abu Dhabi the best city for the internet. The report highlights how well connected and vibrant the capital is, and it's the first time internet speed was actually included in the ranking.
Yeah, I think it's a bit mental, isn't it? Like actually having rankings for the best internet speed in the world. I think we're just adding to our accolades at the moment as well, aren't we? With like Abu Dhabi, it's the richest, it's the safest place in the world. But it's great now to also have that we have the best internet speed. I mean, I think it's something people take for granted every day, isn't it, really? Like, oh, internet speed, it's one of those, but everybody uses it, whether you're working, you're out, you're speaking to your family, your friends. So it's like an integral part of life. It's like sort of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, isn't it? I think we need to throw Wi-Fi in there, included in shelter and food.
100%, but also, you know what I think? People don't really notice when their internet speed is amazing, but they do notice when it's bad.
Yeah, exactly. And we hear about it as well, especially when social media goes down or obviously any of people's Wi-Fi goes down. Like, we hear about it, I moan about it as well, but no, this is a great thing to be happy about, and also puts Abu Dhabi on the map for something else. Like, it's our trophy cupboard right now is filled to the brim.
Did you know that Kearney's Global Cities Index also ranked Abu Dhabi 24th for its success attracting foreign talent?
No, but I am not surprised because obviously myself, I am
young talent.
I mean, not that, but obviously I am an expat, so I've come over here, so I can completely agree with that. Abu Dhabi is a very, very sort of attractive city for people like myself to move over to and start a new life. It was very, very simple. Obviously not at the time, it was quite stressful, but looking back, it was a very easy city to sort of move myself into, it being safe, all the amenities here. Things like transport as well, it's just so well connected to the whole other pretty much all the other sides of the world as well. So it's a great sort of link for everywhere. So yeah, I can see how it's attracting foreign talent, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. But also the report says that the city is focusing on economic diversification with growth in the service sector, attracting major firms.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of businesses coming to Abu Dhabi, that's for sure. I keep on hearing on reading from the news how companies, like not like startups only, but like big companies open up their offices in Abu Dhabi, and that's amazing.
Massively. Yeah, a lot of people are relocating here. Obviously, it's great for businesses. In terms of the economical factors, but also great for the city getting as many of these huge successful companies to be headquartered and based here as well. The next story that we're going to be talking about is the UAE has just dropped its 53rd humanitarian aid shipment to Gaza via an airdrop. This is part of the Birds of Goodness operation, which has been going since, which has been supplying relief and supplies, and in total the Birds of Goodness operation has now successfully dropped 3,623 tonnes of aid. This is obviously targeting families in isolated areas that are difficult to reach, also specifically looking at helping women and children. And the UAE acted quickly to provide the assistance immediately after outbreak of war there. So this is something that we've spoken about quite a lot on the show, and a lot on our page, just sort of updating you all on all the efforts that the UAE is doing to sort of support the people most in need over, especially on the Gaza Strip. So keep an eye, any sort of developments that we have with things like this, we will keep you all updated. And there is also I know there is a lot of sort of aid drops that you can do within the city to help sort of people in need who need it at the moment across the Middle East. So have a look online. You can also help with like donation drops, and also it's is it the Red Cross?
Yeah, it was a Red Cross. So you can also keep an eye for volunteering opportunities, because I think there will be more. The first one that we had across the UAE a few weeks ago,
yes,
in Dubai, they had in Sharjah, I remember, and also in Abu Dhabi. I skipped, but I really, really want to put my effort.
Yeah, in. I think volunteering is you can either apply online or you can just rock up, and they will just take your documents and ID, and then you can just get sorted that way. So keep an eye on our socials, and obviously give a Google as well if you do want to sort of help with any of those. But yes, we'll keep you updated as we know more and if there's any more opportunities to help.
So the next news, we are talking Backstreet Boys, who performed in Abu Dhabi last night. So I was very lucky to get a chance to go to their concert yesterday in Etihad Arena, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like I was born in late 90s, so I honestly didn't know all the songs that they sung.
Yeah.
But
Backstreet Boys are like throwback, like childhood, sort of your parents sort of hear it on the radio in the background, and then you see it on all the TVs. You can see everyone touring at that age. Backstreet are a proper throwback.
They actually, like, during the concert, they actually asked, like, okay, who was born in 2000s? And people like, who was born in 90s? Who was born in 80s? And 80s, like, as for my hearing, like, it was like the most of the people who were there, obviously. And also, AJ mentioned that he fell in love with Abu Dhabi a few years ago when he came here first for NBA, and now he is looking for property here.
Yeah,
That's it.
I think everybody is at the moment as well.
Yeah.
I think, was it...
Shaq O'Neal?
Yeah, Shaq O'Neal just recently came out and said that he's bought a massive property here. At the same time that the most expensive villa went on sale and was sold. So who knows?
Who knows?
It might be AJ, actually, from Backstreet Boys, who just bought the most expensive villa
He's
over
keeping
in
it
Lancashire.
low-key.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Backstreet Boys, was it a good night?
It was amazing night. And then when I left Etihad Arena, I saw like how packed the street was.
Yeah.
Because obviously Backstreet Boys attract big crowd like that. It's not surprise, right? But yeah, you can see the video. You can watch the video that we recently posted. I just made a short clip so people can understand the vibe of how Backstreet Boys are loved here. So make sure to take a look.
Yeah, there's loads of these sort of throwback 90s concerts happening. I know there's one happening in Dubai as well, at Blah Blah, called Mixtape. It's going to be, I think it's Peter Andre, S Club, Mel C. So yeah, I love all these sort of research of all these old, like the older generation, like the fan favourites are all coming back.
Not gonna lie, I don't know these names.
I love it. I love it. It's living for my childhood. It really is. And another thing that you guys can crack on with this weekend is we've got UFC back. Yay. UFC, I think it's the second time that the whole thing has been brought back to Abu Dhabi just because of how sort of sought after it was last time. It's going to be held at Etihad Arena, and it marks the return of UFC to the capital for the second time this year. So from the 26th, which is Saturday. Yes, 26th is Saturday, correct?
Yep, it is.
There will be the Topuria and Holloway marks the return. So they will be sort of the headline fights that are happening this Saturday. Max Holloway and Alexander, forgive me for butchering this, Volkanovski, met a few days ago in Abu Dhabi. So obviously you have the sort of warm-ups, you have the two fighters facing each other, the classic sort of reels and videos that you'll see all over social.
But also the casual meetups when they bump into each other, like in hotels, in like just like these guys. And now I feel like, you know, like you feel like you're in LA when you're in Abu Dhabi. You just like, you know, go out and then you randomly met a celebrity. Fighter, singer, I don't know, Backstreet Boys, whatever.
Yeah, so they're pretty much, I mean, keep your eye out, guys, at the moment, if you do see them. let us know. But they are here ahead of their fight on Saturday. They faced each other in 2022 with Volkanovski winning, and this Saturday Holloway will face Georgian Spanish MMA fighter Ilia Topuria. Before UFC this weekend, obviously though, the fighters have been soaking up the sun in Abu Dhabi. They've been heading around. For example, they've tried the go-karting. They've been to Yas Beach. I hope they go to Saadiyat and Mamshar as well, because that is just my favourite place in Abu Dhabi. So if you see them over there, if you see them anywhere, tell them to get to Saadiyat.
And tag us.
Yes.
Yes, so we can see that.
But yeah, if anyone's going to the UFC this weekend, let us know. I know it's a huge event, and I know it gets absolutely rammed with so many people. It also goes on very, very late, well past my bedtime, so I will just have a look at the recaps the next day. But there's so much going on in Abu Dhabi at the moment, and UFC just sort of scratches the surface with all of the events that are coming up. Let us know if you're up to anything this weekend. Are you up to anything this weekend?
I might go to a few things, which, guys, I will keep you posted. But for now, we're going to keep it mysterious.
I'm probably just going to lie and soak up the sun on Saadiyat as per every weekend. But yeah, let us know if you get up to anything, if you head over to any other events. Tag us in everything that goes live. We love to see what you guys are up to. And it's also great to share it with us so we can see what's going on in the community as well.
So thank you so much for joining us today. I feel news were very versatile, from everything related to Palestine, to events, to basically internet in Abu Dhabi. That's very, very versatile again.
Great. So have a lovely day, guys. We will be back next week. And yeah, we're over on Instagram and every other social platform if you want to get in touch with us in the interim.
Follow us on WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere.